From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, the treasurer for Penobscot County is now a jail inmate after receiving his sentence.
Plus, a local family has a brand new home thanks to volunteers for Habitat for Humanity.
And there's a new scholarship available to students who want to make caring for animals a lifelong career.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. We'll have those stories coming up. But first, a check of the forecast, and it looks like we're getting a little taste of wintry white out there today. It was coming down just a little bit when we came to work, but I looked out the window a short while ago, and, well, it's a winter wonderland out there. It's all white.
No telling how accumulation will go as the day goes on, though. So Devin Biggs says the forecast.
Hey, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. We have some alerts in effect this morning. This is the gale warning that's in effect until about 10 p.m. tonight. We're going to be watching for high surf that will be expected with an area of low pressure that's causing some very windy conditions. And as a result, on land, we have a wind advisory that's up until about 4 o'clock later this afternoon. Let's zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, though. We are watching a little bit of snow that is moving in from the northeast going toward the south and west. You might get a quick burst of accumulations of an inch or less, and that'll be about it, as not much snow will be expected overall from this little system located just off toward our north and east that's currently sending some snow back in from the northeast going toward the south and west. So again, nothing too ridiculous here. We'll get a little bit of snow this morning and maybe early afternoon, and that'll be about it. We'll be done with this and it'll back off later on tonight. So here's the chances for rain and snow showers today. We'll switch to a chance for rain and snow showers later today as temperatures warm, but those law that start to back off later on tonight and parts of the daytime tomorrow. As for the winds, very gusty today out of the north going toward the south, reaching up to around 20, maybe 25 miles per hour at times, but they'll really start to back off as we head towards the overnight period tonight, but still pretty gusty a little bit as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. So a forecast for today, upper 30s, rain and snow showers, also windy, the north wind gusting up to around 40 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, lower 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy, the north wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. That hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, plenty of clouds and wind, and eventually some chances for rain and snow showers, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, the search continues this morning for a man accused of killing a woman in Lewiston. Police say they're searching for 40-year-old Eddie Massey. He's wanted in connection with the murder of 25-year-old Lucretia Howard of Lewiston. Her body found Sunday in the hallway of an apartment building. Massey is described as being a black male, 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighs 170 pounds and walks with a limp. Massey also goes by 2 different street names, Fast Eddie and TD. The suspect is considered armed and dangerous and should not be approached by the public. An arrest warrant for Massey was issued Tuesday. Police plan to charge him with murder upon his arrest.
A judge sentenced the Penobscot County treasurer to 10 days in jail for theft and harassment on Wednesday. A.J. Douglas explains what led to the court's decision.
In a plea agreement, 40-year-old John Hyatt pleaded no contest to misdemeanor theft and harassment charges at the Penobscot County Judicial Center Tuesday. A judge sentenced Hyatt, the current Penobscot County treasurer, to 10 days in jail and $750 in fines for those charges. Hyatt was previously arrested back in May 2021 for multiple charges, including aggravated invasion of computer privacy, stalking, and harassment.
What happened here is that Mr. Hyatt became too aggressive towards an individual that he knew. And he was using a phone to harass her.
The former Bangor School Committee member was later charged with possession of child pornography in August of 2021.
During the investigation, the police became aware of the fact that the defendant may very well be in possession of what is commonly known as child pornography. They searched his phone and, in fact, found some.
The district attorney for Penobscot and Piscataquis counties said the sentence was justifiable considering the charges.
We're satisfied with the outcome. We think that based upon the evidence that we had, based upon the evidence that we could have introduced into court, that the outcome is a fair one.
Hyatt's term as treasurer ends December 31st. Hyatt will begin his sentence in early 2023 in Auburn through an alternative sentencing program in Bangor. A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
President Biden signed the Respect for Marriage Act into law, ensuring all same-sex and interracial marriages are recognized and protected at the federal level. Maine Senator Susan Collins attended the signing ceremony at the White House. The law ensures that all married couples, including same-sex and interracial couples, are entitled to the rights and responsibilities of marriage. The bill passed by a vote of 61 to 36 in the Senate and by a vote of 258 to 169 in the House.
Today's a good day. A day America takes a vital step toward equality, toward liberty and justice, not just for some, but for everyone, everyone. Toward creating a nation where decency, dignity, and love are recognized, honored, and protected. Today, I sign the Respect for Marriage Act into law. And thank you, Susan Collins, who did not rest until this bill got done.
Well, as you just heard, President Biden recognized Senator Collins for her leadership on the legislation. Collins co-authored the bill along with Wisconsin Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin.
I have heard from many same-sex couples who tell me that they feel that there is a cloud over their marriages because of comments that Justice Clarence Thomas made in a recent ruling. He raised the possibility of reopening the court's 2015 decision in which it legalized and said there was a constitutional right for same-sex couples to get married. So I think it's important that we remove that cloud of doubt over the validity of these marriages.
Senator Collins also said she's proud of the way the bill is written. She co-authored an amendment to the bill that added protections for religious liberties. The bill not only protects same-sex and interracial marriage, but also says no religious institution can be forced to perform a same-sex marriage if it violates the tenets of that religion.
Habitat for Humanity in Bangor is known for generosity and helping families. Yesterday, they did just that, handing over the keys to a house to a family in need. Our Matthew Duronsik was there to witness the act of kindness.
Without this program, I would not be able to become a homeowner and give my children a place to call home.
Habitat for Humanity's A Greater Bangor made the Lilies' Christmas wish come true, getting keys to their new home.
To know that in just a few weeks we're going to be able to move into this house is very meaningful. It really means a lot to me. We can't wait to get in here.
Many friends, family, and businesses came out to support Desiree, something Habitat for Humanity's Executive Director Melissa Houston was touched about.
It really truly does embody the whole mission of Habitat, which is building homes, community, and hope.
Before anyone was let inside, the organization held a home dedication ceremony where members of the community came and blessed the house for Desiree. In order to even be qualified for moving into the property, Desiree and her family needed to contribute more than 200 hours of sweat equity towards the house.
It has been a very long time coming. The construction process is always a tough one to navigate on a hard timeline, but we are so thrilled that it's all coming together right in time for the holidays.
A new home, a new outlook to the future, a real gift.
To come home to a place that we know is going to be ours, and we don't have to worry about, who we're disturbing or who needs to come in or anything like that. It's going to be a big blessing for us.
Matthew Duronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Meanwhile, the Bangor Area Recovery Network announced Sarah Yasner as this year's winner of the Gene Baker Recovery Advocacy Award. Yasner works as the Overdose Response Team Coordinator at Bangor Public Health and Community Services. She's helped secure funding and build the recovery coaching program at Barn. She was honored during an award ceremony yesterday for her work in the fight against the opioid epidemic.
It's amazing. I was really surprised I think probably everyone is when they receive an award, but I have been working with the Barn in one way or another since 2016, and we've done really good work together.
She's not only is a wonderful recovery ally and recovery advocate in the work she does in the greater community, but as was mentioned during the ceremony, Sarah's a great mentor. and she really knows how to guide and lead people into coming into their own, as she did so with me.
Yasner says she's glad to see the agency thriving and thanked everyone at Barn for their hard work.
With home heating costs on the rise this holiday season, many Mainers are changing their shopping habits. We asked Mainers how they're dealing with the high costs of oil and gas and if it's having an impact on their holiday shopping plans.
Definitely shopping less because food and everything is higher. And we have heat pumps, thank goodness, so we're avoiding some of the oil costs. But yeah, it's a choice. Yeah, we're still going to have a nice Christmas, but it's not going to be what we normally do.
The price of heating, yeah, it's expensive, but it's not stopping me from celebrating Christmas.
You have to get creative with Christmas this year. Luckily, we're in a more fortunate position than others, but we do have to be very mindful of what we spend.
Meanwhile, the U.S. Department of Agriculture will grant over $500,000 in funding to support small businesses in Maine. Federal funds from the USDA will expand small businesses in rural Maine by providing business training, technical help, and loan assistance. The Androscoggin Valley Council of Government will receive roughly $12,800. Sunrise County Economic Council in Machias will receive more than $15,000, and Eastern Maine Development Corporation will receive $500,000.
Look to help people that need a little extra boost. And again, with the pandemic, a lot of businesses were stressed. Business slowed down, but things are coming back, and we're looking at ways to enhance their existing operations.
Existing business owners and those interested in starting a small business are encouraged to apply. Those interested can call 942-6389 or simply call the local branch of the USDA. They'll give you the information you seek.
Small businesses can always use a little bit of help.
Yeah, backbone of Maine's economy, too.
Right. Well, the time is now 8:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, it's an exciting educational opportunity for people who want to care for animals.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Did you know that Renewal by Andersen will replace your windows any time of the year and in any weather? Made with our exclusive Fibrix material, which is vastly superior to vinyl, never needs painting, and resists warping and bowing. We custom build your replacement windows in the USA and back them with the nation's best warranty. Call Renewal by Andersen for your free consultation. Don't miss this money-saving deal with great financing. Installation is always included. Call now.
Hammond Lumber Company is honored to have again been named one of the best places to work in Maine. Hammond Lumber recognizes the importance of employee satisfaction. They provide a positive workplace environment with opportunities to grow. Hammond has continued to grow too, with more team members across Maine and New Hampshire. To find your place on the Hammond team, click on the careers link at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, proud to be one of the best places to work in Maine.
Two Old Goats Antiquities and Artisans is located in Trenton. Our shop is open year-round, offering more than 3,000 square feet of antiques, furniture, collectibles, and just plain fun stuff. We are a group shop featuring 18 different vendors, each with their own style. We buy and sell vintage items, antiques, and curios. For more info, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Two Old Goats Antiquities and Artisans, 749 Bar Harbor Road in Trenton. We know once you've stopped in and seen all the great deals we have to offer, you'll be back.
Get your brick on! The biggest bricking season.
This is crazy.
Ends with a special 2-hour.
Lucky no spinny. What's going on? I don't know. It's gonna fall off and explode right now.
Epic grand finale.
Who's ready for a twist? You serious?
Oh my God! What is happening? The winner of Lego Masters is...
Oh my God.
The Lego Masters 2-hour season finale tonight.
How do we build with so many tears in our eyes?
On Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. There's a new scholarship available for students studying to be a vet tech at UMA's Bangor campus. The scholarship is in memory of former student Allison Aucoin of Brewer. Aucoin died in November after a hard-fought battle with cancer, and she was just 24 years old. As Jody Hersey tells us, her memory will live on through those that she helped enter her beloved profession.
You know, I'm so happy that she found her passion. Unfortunately, she didn't get to live it out for very long.
Allison Marie O'Coin loved animals. She fostered several kittens over the years and went on to pursue a degree as a vet tech at UMA's Bangor campus. When she graduated in May of 2021, she was hired at Broadway Vet. 2 months later, in July, she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
I worked with her as well at Broadway Vet Clinic, and so we had that working relationship in addition to the school relationship, and she was a great vet tech.
O'Coin continued to work throughout her chemo treatments.
She loved this profession, and she loved everything about the school here and the place where she worked and the people she worked with. And she wanted to see more people go into the field because they're shorthanded.
When the cancer spread to O'Coin's heart, lungs, and other organs, Allison and her mother talked about creating a scholarship in her name for fellow vet tech students at her alma mater. Since her passing in November, donations have been collected at the uma.edu website under the tab Give.
As of now, they're going to hand out 4 scholarships in the early spring semester.
It's just a small way to make sure Allison Marie O'Coin is never forgotten.
I want her to be remembered. I do not want her to be forgotten. She had so much to offer, and just if she's not here to be able to do it herself, I just want to carry that forward.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
The final results are in from this year's Maine Audubon annual loon count. The loon count takes place on the 3rd Saturday of July every year. This year, they found that the number of adult loons dipped slightly, but chick numbers are up. Long-term trends continue to show a strong adult population. This year, the count was done with around 1,600 volunteers across 361 lakes in Maine. The Audubon says that it is important to keep up-to-date numbers on the loon population.
Really, we're just trying to keep track of the long-term trends of the population, make sure that they're still doing okay and even growing, despite all these other threats that they face.
The Audubon says threats from boat strikes, other predators, and human involvement all affect loons thriving in Maine. They say that education and better attention to the loon population has helped it double in size since the start of the annual count back in 1983.
I remember there used to be a time when they were very concerned about the population because of lead sinkers and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But they're thriving now. Every lake you go to, you see lots of loons these days.
Right. I know those are still affecting the eagle population a bit, because it stays around. It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, the lead that's out there is out there, unless they get eaten or something like that.
But this is a positive sign. They've more than doubled since the 80s, so that's awesome.
And we love our loons.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the time now is 8:17. Coming up after the break, we'll check out what wild weather is leaving millions of Americans under severe weather alerts today.
And we'll have our local forecast as Good Morning Maine continues.
So small, so smart. Hearing aids that I can personalize to each ear right from here. Brilliant.
This holiday season, save $400 on Eargo 6. Call or go online now.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snow blowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
On the next Last Man Standing, I bought a tank.
fish tank, a gas tank, a tank top.
Mike gets a new recreational vehicle.
What are you going to drive a tank around town?
Don't be silly. Can't drive tanks around town. They don't have turn indicators.
It becomes a one-man army.
The only thing better than selling boats is watching one being crushed by a 16-ton killing machine.
Last man standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Millions of Americans are under severe weather alerts as a massive storm system sweeps across the country. It's bringing tornadoes to the south and heavy snow to the Midwest. Fox Weather's Robert Ray has more.
A powerful line of storms moved across the south on Tuesday, spinning up tornadoes in Oklahoma and Texas. South of Oklahoma City, an early morning twister damaged multiple homes in the town of Wayne. One homeowner lost their entire roof. The gusty winds also knocked out power and toppled trees throughout the region. Heavy rain quickly flooded roads and forced some cars to stall, the conditions catching many off guard.
I was actually shocked nothing worse happened to us because of all, looking outside. I'm just thankful we're okay because, it could have been a lot worse.
That same system also bringing blizzard-like conditions to parts of Montana, Nebraska, and Colorado. The National Weather Service says at times snow could fall at a rate of 1 to 2 inches per hour. Heavy snow combined with strong wind gusts could create dangerous road conditions.
We've been out sanding and treating roads, trying to get traffic moving. And in between the rain, now we've been getting snow. So we got snow on top of the ice in some areas.
The system is expected to gain strength as it continues moving east, putting millions of Americans under severe weather alerts. Officials are urging folks to stay prepared.
Make sure that you're driving slow and make sure that you keep plenty of following distance behind vehicles ahead of you when it's below freezing.
Forecasters say that parts of the Northeast could see snow and freezing rain later this week. In Shreveport, Louisiana, Robert Ray, Fox Weather.
Not a major storm here, but we're also getting a little taste of winter weather outside. It's a much different world than it was when we arrived for work early this morning.
I know, it's starting to accumulate. I think the rain may tamp it down, though, as the day goes on. WFVX has the full weather forecast.
Hey, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. A wind advisory in effect on land. That's in effect till about 4 o'clock tonight because of gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour expected today. On top of that, until 10 o'clock tonight, gale warnings in effect, also courtesy of the gusty winds, which is causing some high surf along the coast. Things will start to calm down rather soon as we get this system right here. That will start to move away rather soon. But for now, it is sending a little bit of snow in our direction, coming in from the east, going toward the west, a little bit to the south and west too. So a little bit of an unusual direction, but it does happen from time to time too. We'll get a quick burst of accumulations of about an inch or less, and that'll be about it. So nothing too much excitement to go on with the system, but we are watching this area low pressure here across parts of the country. Pretty impressive area low pressure here that's causing a lot of issues across the country with storms to the south and a winter storm further off towards the north, and I'll be tracking off towards the north and east. We'll get a little bit of excitement from the system, but not as much as what we're going to be seeing at least a little bit later this week. We'll get a little bit more rain and snow chances later on. But for now, moving forward, though, here we go. Snow showers on the way today, maybe mixing in with a little bit of rain as the day progresses on and temperatures start to rise. But really, as we head towards tonight and parts of tomorrow, we'll start to back off, but still a few passing clouds from time to time. But really, throughout the day on Thursday, will become mostly cloudy in general, but really no chances for precipitation until later on in the week period, especially as we head towards your Friday. But moving forward, though, again, not much snow, nothing to get too worried about. Maybe the eastern ends of the state, maybe up to an inch if you're lucky, but hardly anything further out towards the west, maybe a half inch or less if you're lucky. So not a whole lot of snow to get too worried about. There is some precipitation on the way, though. We're running this all the way through at least 3:30 p.m. on Thursday. Maybe a tenth of an inch of precipitation or less. This counts any snow that fell and melted down into water. So this is measured in the water units overall. But then we move forward later on in the weekend. We'll get a little bit more precipitation on the way. We'll run this all the way through Monday. So between now and Monday, maybe 1 to 2 inches of precipitation in general will be on the way. So some good water on the way across the region. But gusty winds are also on the way, reaching up to 40 miles per hour today. Backing off a little bit later on tonight to around 20 to 25 miles per hour. But maybe more gusty winds further off towards the east. So still going to keep the wind going, at least for the next day or so. And as a result, the wave heights will be up. right around 3 to 9 feet according to some of the buoys out there. And further off towards the east, you can see the higher colors. So that means higher surf even beyond that. Average high being 35 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 30s today and tomorrow with the mid-30s for your Friday. Back in the upper 30s Saturday near Sunday. Fall back in the mid-30s Monday and the lower 30s again as we head towards the Tuesday. For today, upper 30s, maybe lower 40s, rain and snow showers. Also windy, north wind getting up to about 40 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. The north wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. The north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. And here's a look at your extended forecast. So Friday, the snow chances begin to move in again with highs in the mid-30s. Rain and snow chances are back on Saturday, highs in the upper 30s. And we remain in the upper 30s on Sunday with more rain and snow showers.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, watch out.
Watch out. The insurance company is going to ask you to sign some papers. Don't do it.
Watch out. You may be entitled to money your insurance company isn't telling you about.
Don't trust that insurance company after your accident. You could miss out on a lot of money. Call the twos and we'll watch out for you.
Lowry and Associates watched out for me and got me $400,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has you covered. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, hybrid, or fully electric. Brand new 2023 Kia Sportage, Sorento, Soul, Forte, and more. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or the affordable Sporty Forte with 41 mpg highway. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Happy holidays from Village Variety in Glenburn. Village Variety has been an active part in the Glenburn community for decades and plans to for decades to come. Stop by and see us today. Merry Christmas from Silver Fox Automotive in Herman, where there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Happy holidays from the Joe's Furniture Warehouse family. We thank you for your business and future new business customers.
Today, the Federal Reserve is expected to raise interest rates for the final time this year. The central bank has been trying to slow down borrowing in the economy to tame inflation, while new government data shows record high prices could finally be letting up. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has more from Washington.
With the Federal Reserve set to hike interest rates for the 7th time this year, promising new signs that red-hot inflation is cooling off. Consumer prices rose 7.1% in November from a year ago, the slowest pace since the end of last year. Americans' costs declining for gas, airfares, used cars, and medical care.
Make no mistake, prices are still too high. We have a lot more work to do, but things are getting better, headed in the right direction.
The inflation report is welcome news for the Fed, as it's expected to raise interest rates today by 0.5 percentage point. That's a historically big move, but smaller than the past 4 rate hikes.
The Fed can be more comfortable in slowing down its pace of rate hikes going forward into 2023. They're much more likely to do adjustments in the policy rate of 25 basis point increments, and that way they can see if this positive trend in inflation continues.
The Fed is walking a fine line, trying to raise borrowing costs just enough to slow down spending and lower prices, but not tip the economy into a recession. But for some businesses, higher interest rates are already dampening the outlook.
This is our 4-point welder.
Richard Kennel is the president of a family-owned factory that manufactures windows in Virginia.
There will be a recession.
No question.
Oh, no question. I've been doing this for 46 years. I've seen many recessions and I've seen many booms. And I'm not naive about the fact that the business cycle is going to happen again.
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will speak this afternoon. Traders on Wall Street will be closely listening to his comments on the jobs market and the impact of higher wages on inflation. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Social media app TikTok once again under scrutiny from members of Congress who say it's a national security risk. Now there's a new bill that would put the popular app to bed for good if it continues to remain under Chinese control. Anna Eliopoulos has more.
A new push from lawmakers to put an end to TikTok. Republican Senator Marco Rubio introducing a bill Tuesday that would ban the popular social media app over concerns that China could be using it to spy on Americans. The app has more than 100 million users in the United States. The algorithm learns your interests in order to curate the content you see. The FBI believes TikTok could use that data to influence users or even for espionage.
The idea of entrusting that much data, that much ability to shape content and engage in influence operations, that much access to people's devices, in effect to that government, is something that concerns us.
TikTok is owned by Chinese parent company ByteDance. While ByteDance is not officially state-owned, it could potentially be compelled to hand over information to the Chinese government. Several states have already moved to ban government employees from using the app on state-issued devices.
People are posting TikToks in government offices. Perhaps there are people pictured in it. Perhaps there are further posters or images on there that their local government wouldn't want falling into the hands of a foreign country and their intelligence operatives.
Both the Biden and Trump administrations shared concerns about the app's security risks. Trump previously threatened to ban TikTok if it wasn't sold to a U.S. company. A federal government agency also ordered ByteDance to divest TikTok in 2020. But an agreement on how that would work still has not been reached. Anna Eliopoulos, Fox News.
And while Rubio's bill has some bipartisan supporters in the House, he does not yet have a Democratic co-sponsor in the Senate, meaning the legislation, for now, still faces an uphill battle.
The coroner in Moscow, Idaho, says investigators put paper bags on the victims' heads at the scene of last month's student murders to preserve all possible DNA evidence. Investigators are collecting and reviewing hours of surveillance video from local businesses as they try to make progress in the case. Fox's Alexis McAdams is in Idaho with the latest.
Tonight, as police search for a white Hyundai Elantra that was spotted near the home where 4 University of Idaho students were murdered, Fox News Digital getting this exclusive photo of a similar white sedan caught on camera at a local gas station around 3:45 the morning of the quadruple murders. Investigators pulling that tape today.
Hey, Moscow PD.
Now, more than a month into the investigation, this police body camera footage is leading to new questions. Moscow police officers are seen here questioning these students suspected of underage drinking. But in the background, tipsters spotted a group of people walking by. That group caught on camera at 3:12 a.m., putting the group of people and police just steps from the home in the time frame when the coroner says the 4 students were stabbed to death.
The body cam footage, the people seen in the back. You never know if that's going to be part of the investigation or connected. So we want that type of material so we can make that judgment.
Kaylee Gonsalves, Maddie Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin were killed more than a month ago. Right now, the FBI is analyzing hours of surveillance video, including this footage which shows Kaylee and Maddie just hours before they were killed. Investigators also collected video from local businesses like this bar and gas station near the crime scene. Investigators remember the day of the crime vividly.
There was a lot of crying. There were friends trying to find out who exactly was inside the house, some family members that arrived on scene.
The county coroner tells me that investigators did put paper bags on the victims' hands before they moved the bodies from inside of this house behind me. That was done to preserve any evidence. Investigators believe if the victims fought back, they could have the killer's DNA on their hands. Reporting in Moscow, Idaho, I'm Alexis McAdams, Fox News.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, a historic monument in Bangor will be open for tours today.
We'll have your full forecast too. Don't go away. More Good Morning Maine right after this.
Oh no! Son of a nutcracker. This is what I get for eating all those cookies. Hey, Roto-Rooter, I got a big clog for you. I'm stuck in the chimney. Again. Yep, I'm the clog. Any chance you could fa-la-la over here?
For all your holiday plumbing needs, Roto-Rooter can save the day.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Wednesday, December 14th, 2022. It's also National Free Shipping Day. This is one of the last days most retailers will offer free standard or ground shipping, so gifts will arrive in time for the holidays. So if you're sending a fruitcake to somebody, make sure you get it in the mail today. Some people still
priority
eat fruitcakes.
Shipping on the fruit
Yeah,
cake.
I don't know where that came from in my brain. 'Cause I don't even like fruitcake, but it seems to be a holiday
That's
thing.
where we're at. Yeah. Well, on this day in history, in 1911, Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen and his team became the first men to reach the South Pole. And in 1986, the experimental aircraft Voyager took off from Edwards Air Force Base in California on the first non-stop, non-refueled flight around the world.
I remember that made big news. I don't remember how it was powered. I think it was a combination of solar and other things, but I'll have to look into that. But
Seems like that technology was pretty early as well.
it was
during that time.
Yep, pretty interesting. Today's birthdays include singer and actress Vanessa Hudgens, who is 34 years old. Former FBI Director James Comey is 62, and actor-comedian Miranda Hart is 50 years old. Happy birthday to all of them.
Yeah, so it looks like the snow is accumulating outside.
Yeah, I was surprised when we came into work around 3-something this morning. It was
Yep.
just blowing around a little bit, and I looked out a little while ago, and it looks like we're in December or something. I don't know what happened. But
I know. The
yeah.
rain may tamp it down, especially depending on where you are. But yeah, Devin Biggs has the full forecast.
Hey, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. We have some alerts in effect this morning. This is the gale warning that's in effect until about 10 p.m. tonight. We're going to be watching for high surf that will be expected with an area of low pressure that's causing some very windy conditions. And as a result, on land, we have a wind advisory that's up until about 4 o'clock later this afternoon. Let's zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, though. We are watching a little bit of snow that is moving in from the northeast going toward the south and west. You might get a quick burst of accumulations of an inch or less, and that'll be about it, as not much snow will be expected overall from this little system located just off toward our north and east that's currently sending some snow back in from the northeast going toward the south and west. So again, nothing too ridiculous here. We'll get a little bit of snow this morning and maybe early afternoon, and that'll be about it. We'll be done with this, and it'll back off later on tonight. So here's the chances for rain and snow showers today. We'll switch to a chance for rain and snow showers later today as temperatures warm, but those law that start to back off later on tonight and parts of the daytime tomorrow. As for the winds, very gusty today out of the north going toward the south, reaching up to around 20, maybe 25 miles per hour at times, but they'll really start to back off as we head towards the overnight period tonight, but still pretty gusty a little bit as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. So a forecast for today, upper 30s, rain and snow showers, also windy, the north wind gusting up to around 40 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, lower 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy, the north wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. That hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, plenty of clouds and wind, and eventually some chances for rain and snow showers, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Well, the Bangor Water District is opening the Thomas Hill Standpipe for tours today. At least we think they are. The tours are taking place for a limited time from 1 until 3. There will be some road detours in the area where Thomas Hill Road will be restricted to one-way traffic while the tours are going on. If you haven't made the climb to the top of the standpipe, it is worth your time. The views are breathtaking. Anyone with questions can call the Bangor Water District at 947-4516, or you can check out their website. I don't think that the snow will interfere with that.
Right.
Most of it's
I'm not
undercover
sure.
anyway.
Yeah.
You just have to be willing to take those 100 steps to the top. So if you have problems doing that, you may not want to do it. But for everybody else, you're in for a real treat when you get up there. You can see for miles and miles.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely check out their website, though. Like we said, we're not sure if the weather would change anything about that. Well, when we return, Tyler Cruz will have your latest with local sports.
Don't go away.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements.
These are just some of the big case results I fought to get my clients. If a big truck hurts you, we'll make them pay you every single dollar you deserve for your injuries. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Come out on top. Call the twos. Call 222-2222.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
One good guess.
Cursed romance. Star-crossed lovers.
You better work! Deserves another.
Egyptian writing.
Hieroglyphics.
Wow! I felt like the person shouting wrong answers in the study group.
And another.
Opposite water? Sand.
25 words or less.
You did it again. You're going home with another $10,000.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
I don't care how rich or famous they are, they will play by our rules.
I just want to feel like I'm worth something.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test, January 4th on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start with some breaking news from earlier on Tuesday. Just after 3 months after the departure of Ken Ralph as the athletic director for the University of Maine, the nationwide search for a replacement has just about come to an end. It was first reported by the Bangor Daily News and later confirmed that the university will be hiring Jude Killey as their new director of athletics. The university could not comment on the reports. Killey was one of 3 finalists named last month and had previously served as the deputy athletic director at Miami University in Ohio, where he's been working since 2008 and promoted several times. The university did say, quote, "The national search for the next director of athletics is nearing completion. We expect to make an announcement this week," end quote. So exciting times at the University of Maine. That wasn't the only news of the day out of the Maine sports world either. At the high school level, we can confirm that the MPA will be introducing a brand new class for high school soccer, 8-player soccer. Maine becomes the first state in the nation to offer 8-player soccer, and it will begin in the fall of 2023, so next season. Just a few years ago, Maine also introduced 8-player football, too. One athletic director tells us that 8-player soccer will be mainly for Class D schools, but open to everyone struggling with numbers. Classes A through D will still exist, and there will be a North and South division for the 8-player class, so still 5 classes. Or now 5 classes. Here's St. Dom's athletic director and boys head soccer coach Andrew Pelletier earlier, who says 8-man soccer will definitely benefit some of the smaller programs.
Seeing some of the schools that weren't offering soccer was, and a lot of them are, the more north you go in Maine, but there's definitely some schools down, central Maine and even into southern Maine that the program numbers are just not where they need to be. An opportunity like this to have some success, to play, schools that are in similar situations will only be good for those kids and the programs.
I'm a big fan of 8-man football, so excited to see what 8-man soccer looks like. Let's hit the gridiron now. Patriots getting a much-needed win on Monday night over the Cardinals, beating them handedly, too, 27-13. Yes, they did beat a backup quarterback after Kyler Murray went down, but the Pats were also without 4 of their best offensive playmakers. Damian Harris and Jacoby Myers were both inactive to start, and then Ramondre Stevenson and Devontae Parker left early with injuries. Stevenson's leg and Parker had a concussion. They were still able to put up 2 offensive touchdowns, 1 defensive one, and get back over 500 and keep those playoff hopes alive. And after the game, it was all positives from Mac Jones when asked about the play calling from Matt Patricia.
Matty P did a great job. He's trying to call the game so that we can win. And sometimes it might be this thing that people don't know about, like the quick passes for whatever reason, and that's our game plan. So we knew that's what we had to do to win, and he called a great game and stayed calm. Matty P is a very calm person, very stoic, and we're just going to continue to grow together and do what we can to win games.
All right, let's do some high school sports now. First Tuesday of the basketball season, and there were a ton of games to get to. We will start with a thriller between Bangor Christian and Penobscot Valley. Howlers facing the Patriots at the new Eastern Maine Sports Academy. Let's start in the fourth. PVHS's Colin Dunn with a deep two, nothing but net. Howlers up 31-24 with under 4 to go. But here come the Patriots, 2 minutes left. Elliot Straubel with the steal, the give to Jalen Reed. He's going to lay it in. Nice finish there. They are now within 2. Next possession for PVHS here. Green with the steal, all by himself to the hole. That's going to tie things at 31. A minute to go. Straubel, the pass to a cutting Colton White, who puts it up and in to give the Patriots the lead. Let's go to the final seconds now. Howlers down 34-33. Dunn tries the alley-oop to Nate Schnarf, but he can't get it to go. Bangor Christian comes back to win 34-33. Here's Reed on his late game heroics.
Howland, they're a quick team, and I was finding all the gaps and stuff, so I just got on a break. I just read a few passes and just try to get our team to win.
All right, let's move on now. Nokomis opening up their Class A title defense in Bangor. Warriors up in the second quarter, and we will start there. Madden White, he's going to get a hand on this Connor Boone jumper, and White is also going to finish off this fast break with the layup. But Bangor would keep this thing close. Here is Harry Fitzpatrick, the freshman. He is going to bury the triple right here. That's going to make it a 4-point game, but Nokomis would hold on to win, though. Connor Sides is going to get the steal here, and then he is going to take it himself and bank it home on the break. Defense, big in this one. Warriors win 39-26. Across the river we go to Brewer now. The 1-0 Witches hosting Messalonski. We are going to pick this thing up right at the end of the first half. Eagles with the ball. It goes to Jacob Moody, and he is going to nail the triple right before the break. So Eagles, some momentum into the half. Third quarter now, Brady Saunders. Nice move to the rim, and Brock Flagg is there to clean up the miss for 2. Here comes Flagg now on the defensive end. Gets the steal. He's going to toss it to Saunders. He's going to finish with the left through the foul on the fast break, having himself a game, and he's going to flex on him too right there. And here he would nail a corner 3 again in the third, and the Witches win big, 81-45. They are 2-0. All right, now to Orono for some girls hoops. Red Riots hosting Herman. We're going to start late first half. Shot is off, but Kate Higgins is there for the rebound and the hoop and the harm. Herman up 32-17 at the half, though. Third quarter, Sadie Campbell. She's going to pull up from 3, and she's going to drain that one. And then later on for the Hawks, again, it's Bella Bowden. She's going to get her own rebound, work around the defense, and lay it in off the glass. The Hawks would continue to pile it on in the fourth 2. Here is Izzy Byram with the pass to Ashley Cody. Pull-up jumper. That's good. Hawks outscore Orono 39-11 in the second half. They win 71-28. And that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Come try one of our daily specials at Pat's Pizza in Hamden.
Tuesday, spaghetti or ziti with meatballs or sausage, only $5.50.
Wednesday, large one-topping pizza, only $8.50.
Thursday, get an oven-baked wrap for only $6.
Friday is fish and fries for only $8.
And Saturday, get a small one-item pizza with a fountain soda, only $8.
Bring the family to Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road, North Hamden.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Welcome back. I thought I was going up. Tag, you're it.
Rail workers holding a rally in D.C. on Tuesday. Rail employees from 11 states and the nation's capital calling on President Biden to take action on paid sick leave, among other demands. The rally is an effort to draw public attention to their demands.
Now you tell me, does it make any sense of morality, that you have an industry which last year made $20 billion in profit? No. Provided $25 billion to their wealthy shareholders in stock paybacks and in dividends, and then comes to their workers and say, by the way, you're going to get penalized if you come down with COVID, or if your wife has a baby, you get zero guaranteed paid sick leave.
The rallies, which are also taking place in Colorado, Iowa, Massachusetts, and Ohio, among seven other states, come after 72 Congress members published a letter outlining how the president could use executive action to ensure 7 sick days for rail workers.
Now I'm on camera.
There you go.
Now I can say some things.
It's one of those days.
Sorry about that. I was just so eager. I wanted to tell people stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, before we check out the weather, I understand we have a special camera we want to check out. It's atop the Ellsworth City Hall. Take a look at that. The snow's coming down there on the coast as well. Not a heavy, thick snow. It's kind of pretty, actually, with the sun off in the background there.
Kind of looks like it just stopped.
Yeah.
Just enough salt on the ground to kind of get things melting a little bit. But it's not super chilly today.
No.
It's about almost 40 degrees. So what we do have, I don't think it's going to last the entirety of the day.
Yeah, sure is pretty, though. This is the time of year where I can kind of appreciate it for its beauty.
Right.
Later on, I'll be complaining when I actually have to get out there and shovel some
Absolutely.
stuff.
You and I both.
Yeah.
I won't blame you. Yep. Well, here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Hey, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. A wind advisory in effect on land. That's in effect till about 4 o'clock tonight because of gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour expected today. On top of that, until 10 o'clock tonight, gale warnings in effect, also courtesy of the gusty winds, which is causing some high surf along the coast. Things will start to calm down rather soon as we get this system right here that will start to move away rather soon. But for now, it is sending a little bit of snow in our direction, coming in from the east, going toward the west, a little bit of the south and west too. So a little bit of an unusual direction, but it does happen from time to time too. We'll get a quick burst of accumulations of about an inch or less, and that'll be about it. So nothing too much excitement to go on with the system, but we are watching this area low pressure here across parts of the country. Pretty impressive area low pressure here that's causing a lot of issues across the country with storms to the south and a winter storm further off towards the north, and I'll be tracking off towards the north and east. We'll get a little bit of excitement from the system, but not as much as what we're going to be seeing at least a little bit later this week. We'll get a little bit more rain and snow chances later on. But for now, moving forward, though, here we go. Snow showers on the way today, maybe mixing in with a little bit of rain as the day progresses on and temperatures start to rise. But really, as we head towards tonight and parts of tomorrow, we'll start to back off, but still a few passing clouds from time to time. But really, throughout the day on Thursday, will become mostly cloudy in general, but really no chances for precipitation until later on to the week period, especially as we head towards your Friday. But moving forward, though, again, not much snow, nothing to get too worried about. Maybe the eastern ends of the state, maybe up to an inch if you're lucky, but hardly anything further out towards the west, maybe a half inch or less if you're lucky. So not a whole lot of snow to get too worried about. There is some precipitation on the way, though. We're running this all the way through at least 3:30 p.m. on Thursday. Maybe a tenth of an inch of precipitation or less. This counts any snow that fell and melted down into water. So this is measured in the water units overall. But then we move forward later on in the weekend. We'll get a little bit more precipitation on the way. We'll run this all the way through Monday. So between now and Monday, maybe 1 to 2 inches of precipitation in general will be on the way. So some good water on the way across the region. But gusty winds are also on the way, reaching up to 40 miles per hour today. Backing off a little bit later on tonight to around 20 to 25 miles per hour. But maybe more gusty winds further off towards the east. So still going to keep the wind going, at least for the next day or so. And as a result, the wave heights will be up right around 3 to 9 feet, according to some of the buoys out there. And further off towards the east, you can see the higher colors. So that means higher surf, even beyond that. Average high being 35 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 30s today and tomorrow, with the mid-30s for your Friday. Back in the upper 30s Saturday and your Sunday. Fall back in the mid-30s Monday, and the lower 30s again as we head towards the Tuesday. For today, upper 30s, maybe lower 40s, rain and snow showers. Also windy, north wind getting up to about 40 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. The north wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. The north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. And here's a look at your extended forecast. So Friday, the snow chances begin to move in again with highs in the mid-30s. Rain and snow chances are back on Saturday, highs in the upper 30s. And we remain in the upper 30s on Sunday with more rain and snow showers.
Ah, look at you. Taking control of your morning mood by starting the day with what makes you happy. McDonald's has enough breakfast options to make your mornings happy every single day. Taking control never tasted so good.
Now, you can get a savory sausage McMuffin, sausage McGriddles, or golden hash browns. Choose any two for $3, only at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Fear, pain, and anxiety are all feelings associated with dental treatments, but it doesn't have to be that way. Dental lasers offer a way to remove tooth decay without using the dental drill. In fact, we do most dental fillings here at Twin City Dental without numbing, so no needle. And for treatments like root canals or having many teeth extracted, we also provide IV sedation. So call Twin City Dental for your next dentist appointment.
Happy holidays from Village Variety in Glenburn. Village Variety has been an active part in the Glenburn community for decades and plans to for decades to come. Stop by and see us today. Merry Christmas from Silver Fox Automotive in Herman, where there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Happy holidays from the Joe's Furniture Warehouse family. We thank you for your business and future new business customers.
Friday nights are about to get wild for basketball fans. Friday Night Fast Break is your source for everything that is Maine high school basketball. Highlights and local analysis. It's the only show that hits every corner of Maine's hardwood hoop landscape. High school, college, and professional. Join us Friday night during basketball season for Friday Night Fast Break on Fox 22 News at 10. Brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations. Owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Now let's move over to see what Howard has cooking up for us in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
When it comes to the holidays, many of us will be serving the same traditional favorites as we have for years. And there's nothing wrong with that. But this year, I'm adding a new favorite which is packed with flavor and is very holiday festive. It's U.S. farm-raised catfish, and it's topped with a buttery crab meat topping. And not only does this look good, but it's super easy to prepare. We start by making a basic crab meat crumb topping, like we did here. Now, this goes on top of 4 U.S. farm-raised catfish fillets, and into the oven they go. The reason I use farm-raised catfish is the texture holds up to the topping, it's very fresh tasting, and everyone always loves it. Once it's baked, which just takes minutes, we drizzle it with a Parmesan cream sauce that is studded with roasted red peppers and chopped parsley. To get the recipe for what we call holiday special catfish fillets, which will be a very welcome addition to your table, along with all your other traditional favorites, simply visit